Mic. Mic check. Okay, it's working. I need a drink. Hold on. Okay. Trying to move some stuff around so I have room. I'm tired. mm, So LS. So it should be under desktop. So if I go, what's going on, keyboard? I'm half tired. I can't even read that. Is it Davidi? Anyhow, hello. Welcome to my stream. I am clueless when it comes to Raspberry Pis, and I have no clue what I'm doing. And I'm lost. So I know it's on the desktop. So if I try to, is it CD desktop? Okay. So then now it's there. Oh, it's DVD. Okay. Oh, it's a W. I was reading it as two V's. Man, I'm telling you, I'm like half asleep still. Would suggest you to use AIs. Hmm. I am from Ohio in the United States. And this is basically my first um project that requires Raspberry OS. Everything I've done with Pis have always been Octoprint, and it's easy because you can just go straight into it. Actually, you know what? I did forget to look into that. Let me look into the Pi imager real fast and see if it's not on there. Because I don't think it was, but I also didn't look that hard. So Pi 4, choose an OS. I don't think it is, but I'll look. Other general purpose OS. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Other specifics. Home Assist. I'll check 3D printing, but I don't think it's in here. Because Octoprint is. Yeah, it is, but not this version. So, okay. Didn't think so. Back. Nope. Okay. Not there. Didn't think so. Okay, so I need to install. I don't know. That's the problem. And I don't remember the code either. Go back to my notes. Is it sudo dpkg -I? No, it didn't work. Because it airs out. Why does it error? Let me get rid of this. Oops. Snip. SNIPP. Copy that. So let me read this error. Dependency problems prevent configuration of carbide motion. And it's dependent on whatever that is. So everything points to the LIBQT. Okay, let me Google this. Oops. I'm using my other computer, so you guys can't see. Let's do this. LIB. Oh, what did I say it was? LIBQ T5 CORE 5A. Dependency. So this guy's getting basically the same error. Okay, so it's saying try sudo apt minus f install. What's going on, Lee? Haven't seen you in a while. I always have my hands full, and you know that. I just don't know what the freak I'm doing. So it's frustrating because I have no clue what I'm doing. So it removed something, but I don't know what it removed. Oh, it removed carbide motion. Sure. Okay, it should be note though that your .deb file name contains word bionic, which means yeah, whatever. You may want to just look in installing the regular virtual software package with APT, and the advantages of this would be that it's made for your system. However, okay, why not use the VirtualBox package from the sudo app install VirtualBox? General Linux rules: don't install random files downloaded from the internet. That's a Windows thing. Just use your package manager, which is APT in your case, will do everything for you. I don't understand. Like, they're talking like foreign Greek to me, and I have no clue what it is. It is like, I'm telling you, it's full blown Greek to me. Uh, okay, let's try this. Switch you back over. So it's saying, so sudo apt update. So it's telling me everything's updated. Okay, so sudo apt install libqt5 core5a. Command not found. How is that not found? This is for my routing table. That's what I'm trying to create. Is I'm trying to create a touchscreen tablet that runs Linux, so I can run Carbide Motion, so I can run my CNC table wirelessly. So, like, this is the final step to my entire project, so I can start using my printer the way I've intended it, or my routing table the way I want to. Because I'm tired of running around a USB 2.0 cable to my computer. Did I put 2 piece? Oh, I did. Good catch. Error. Has no installation candidate. I don't understand. So it's been replaced. The way I'm reading this is it's been replaced with the Score 5T64 is the new version. And this program doesn't support the 64, and instead I have to figure out how to maybe uninstall. Okay, this sounds like a major. It was definitely a typo. Basically, it's an obsolete packet that I'm trying to find, and they've not updated it, which is why it's giving me this error. So it's looking for an obsolete file that's been updated, but yet the file that Carbide Motion has not been updated to this firmware. So maybe I need to install an older version of Pi. Let me go look. Let's bring it back. So, oops, wrong keyboard. 2 keyboards and 2 mice on my desk. Not fun. Because I've been doing just a standard Pi 4, and I've been doing this. So my bet is I probably need. Well, they look like they're the same. Because they all have the same dates. Interesting. Something tells me I'm using too new of a. Let me go and look. Carbide Motion Pi. Again, I'm clueless. So what's GRBL version 1.1? Because I don't know. Just Google it. Wrong button. Looks like it's software for the stepper motors and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with the actual Pi. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I meet the Pi. I've got 2 gigs. Currently I'm running that, but that doesn't mean it's correct. I'm betting it's the wrong OS. That's the only thing I can come up with, because it's, again, the packet I'm trying to get. Would it make sense if I. Is there a way to delete the 5T64 and install the outdated version? Or is that part of the OS? Again, because I don't know. Good morning, trucker. Something tells me I'm running too new of a Pi OS to do this. Morning, Athens. Well, in your case, afternoon. That's the only thing I can come up with, is I have to be running too new of an OS that it doesn't understand the new version of what it's looking for, which is looking for what was it that I typed in? It's looking for the 5A. That's what it's looking, like the program's looking for, and it doesn't see it, so it errors out. But instead, the system runs a new version, which is that. I'm assuming I'm not programming anything. I'm getting my ass handed by this project. This has been going on now for two or 3 days. I've been trying to figure this out, and I'm lost, and I get frustrated. This may mean that the package is missing, has been obsolete, or is only available from another source. However, the following package replace it. So that tells me that the file, the new version's there. That everything. Okay, I'm just gonna install an old version. I don't know how else to fix this. I think it's the only solution. So let's break it again. I'm gonna have to disconnect you. My dogs are going psycho this morning, as usual. Okay. Switch you over to the computer. Now the question is, what version of Pi? What version of Pi do I need? That's the $1 million question. So I know none of these are going to be it. I mean, the Legacy might. I haven't tried it. But my question is, what's the difference from it versus Raspberry Pi OS? Like something like this. And the release dates are all the same, so I can't go based off of dates. Raspberry Pi OS versions. Like, I would like to know what the difference is. That says it's Bookworm is the variant. So, okay, so that makes sense. Is it's an older version, so I'm wondering if that's what I need. Because that's going to be version 12. Well, wait a minute. No, because that's still 2025. I need something down here. Because that date would match about when this program was made. So let's try that. How do I download this? I have no clue what I'm doing. Because I don't think any of these are old enough. Oh, this is an ISO. I don't want an ISO. I feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole that I shouldn't be going down. Okay, Raspberry Pi OS Legacy. I don't think... I wish I knew when was this made. Something tells me this is old because every time I search this, it's all like 2022 or 23 data. It's never anything remotely close to new. So that's why I want to get an old OS put on it, because my bet is it's designed around the old OS and not the new OSs, which is a difference in versions. Oh my god, this is taking forever. Now I gotta download a way to open up an ISO. I'm so confused. Is it over in here at all? That's Bookworm, Bookworm, Bookworm. What's this one? Bullseye. I'm looking for Bullseye. Bookworm. So that's all version 12. This is even older. Yeah, this is not going to work. Is there a way to install an even older version? No, it's not. Where did it go? Come on, computer. Any day now. I don't have a way to open up an ISO. That's going to be the problem. No, it does read it, actually. Shocking. Normal mode, I'm definitely not an expert. Yes. Why did it fail to load? This is my Shapiko 5 Pro. So it's the Carbide Motion program for Carbide 3D. This is their Pi software for Pi, so I can connect a Raspberry Pi to the machine so I can use the machine wirelessly. That's what it's for, and that's what it's going to control. So I'm trying to get their software on a Pi so I can use it to control the Shapiko 5 Pro. Basically, they're really outdated. Why did this error? I don't understand. Let me go back to this. Open. Open. That's fine. English is fine. Normal mode is fine. Is it because it... Why? I'm so confused. I don't have this version. Let's try it again. And I'm going to put it in expert mode, and I'm going to move the file somewhere else. New. Testing. Okay. Back. Open. Yes. Let me just try that. Graphical's fine. Okay, this ain't even gonna load anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. I cannot win. I'm assuming this is not compatible probably with the Windows that I have. Okay. Let's try just doing it with the oldest version of Pi on the imager, which would be for old. So that's bookworm, bookworm, bookworm. Okay, so these are all the same. I just need Pi OS Legacy 32-bit because that's the light, that's the full version, that's the 64-bit, 64, 64. So I need that version. I'm gonna put it on a thumb drive. Edit settings, that should all stay the same. Yep. Sure. Let's try that. I don't have to worry about you, but I'm gonna hit format anyway. It's gonna air out. It's fine. The only thing I can think of is it's because it's too new of a Pi OS that it's looking for a file that doesn't exist because the file's been updated to a new file, which is why it's airing out. So that's why I'm trying to install an older version, hoping that it'll go back to the old file instead of the new file, and it should install. Because I think this program was built in like 2020, 2019. It's an old program, and I don't think they've updated it since. But I can't find the release date of this information. Because like if you go in their software setup, like you don't even see anything about like Pi on here anywhere. So I don't think it's technically what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it's officially supported, basically. Even though the website's here, like it's clear as day. So I just don't know how old it is. That's the problem. Yeah. I wonder if I can find this. Copy. But like he's noticed, like this post is 2022, which is why I'm trying to get an old version of Pi put on here.
In an effort to increase productivity and lessen errors from this new version of Motion. Be sure and save changes and send the information to the machine throughout that process as prompted, so you're all set to go. When you get to machine initialization,
That's all. That's the machine, not the actual Pi version. Running Pezzer 5. Carbide motion, no issue. It appears that the issue with the OS was fixed sometime in the Bookworm release, which is related to the Pi 5. Make sure you're using 32-bit, and I don't believe the 64-bit version. So that kind of confirms what I was looking for. So I'm downloading the Bookworm release. So hopefully that works. So we're just playing the waiting game now at this point. I still feel like this software, like this takes forever. I think the new version loads faster. Maybe not. I did this like 5 times last night. I just didn't try any of the really old ones. I just kept reinstalling the same newer versions, trying to get it to work, and kept giving. I gave up because I started off on a 64-bit new version, not realizing that it needed 32-bit, and then I seen it in the notes, and I'm like, oh, time to reload Pi, because that's not gonna work. My workbench, by the way, is a disaster. So you guys can't see anything, but I got a bunch of stuff on my desk because I'm working on the enclosure, and then I started working on all the electrical stuff for the controller that I'm building. So I've got junk absolutely everywhere, and it's frustrating because I want this project to be over with so I can start using this machine again, but I also don't want to rush it. I'm probably going to get plywood and build it instead of 3D printing the controller panel. And I think I'm going to cut the top of it out on carbon fiber because I like the way it looks and it's not going to be cheap. But I have the carbon fiber, so it won't cost me anything, basically. Well, welcome from Bangladesh. Is it Traxtac? Is that how it's pronounced? I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm just winging it. Maybe you all can teach me how to do this, because I'm lost. Linux and programming is not my expertise. I've intentionally stayed away from it as much as possible because I know nothing about it. I know enough that I don't know anything, basically. So, this is kind of my first true dabble into trying to make something work, and it's not been fun. We'll say that. My dogs, I swear, they bark at absolutely everything. They bark at the sun being out. And then the third dog's probably still asleep with his mini person. So I think I've got it. Like I said, I think I got all the electrical stuff to start doing the controller panel for the machine. I've got all the electrical switches. I've got the 2 extension cords. I've got all the plugs. Um, I've got all the keepers to keep everything from popping out, so I don't short anything out. I've got the connectors to do all the wire connections with. I think I have everything. I just don't have the actual control board, which I got to make. And I need to print. I'm waiting on the touchscreen to show up for the Pi because I bought a 10-inch, what I thought was touchscreen, but it ended up being just a standard monitor, which is not going to work because I want it to be touchscreen. So I got to come up with a mount for that, like a arm mount. Here's what I'm building. I'll show you. It's somebody else has already done it. I'm just basically copying it. Shipico 5 Pro enclosure. Basically, this is what I'm building. But I didn't build it out of plywood. I really wish I did, but it costs too much money. But I'm building basically this. This is what I'm going for. So at the end of the day, this is kind of what I'm building. So I'm gonna put the Pi here, and then this I'm building, and then I have 5 switches. The 5th one's gonna be for my 3D printers, and then I'm putting my e-stop here. Basically, same thing. I really like the simplicity of this. I like having full access to the power here instead of reaching underneath and fighting with the power every time because I always forget if I turn something on or off. So I this makes it a lot more user friendly for me, and then this makes it wirelessly so I don't have to drag around a stupid USB cord to my desktop computer anywhere in my shop. So this makes it so I can just because the controller has a physical USB cable, and I can't switch it to Wi-Fi. So the only way to make it work is it's got to talk to something that can convert it. So I can download the programs on my desktop, send it to the Pi wirelessly, and then I can just click start on here, and it'll control the controller for the machine underneath it. That's the ultimate goal. So this is what I'm trying to do. I hope that makes sense. And I'm sure, Lee, I'm sure you get what I'm talking about. And you're saying build open source Go look at that link. Well, I mean, the problem with this is not Carbide specific, so I don't know if they would be able to help with my issues with that. But yes, I get what you're saying, that these guys are geniuses, and that's the other, because they do so much stuff, and yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think this was the other machine I was looking at buying, was one of theirs. So, because I think you're the one that told me to check them out. At the end of the day, I didn't pay for it, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I enjoy the machine. The machine's been fantastic. The only thing I wish it had was I wish my machine had an auto bit changer. And I think people have made it and made it work. I just don't have the money. So that's something in the future that I can add to this machine, I think, at some point, is building my own auto bit swapper. Air assist. That would be my next mod, or it's, I can manually change it. It's not the end of the world. It's just a convenience factor of just being able to hit a button and just watching it and doing its thing instead of having to go through and do it. Now that I have the enclosure, I'm probably not so much set on trying to do a water bed system for it, because I was going to do a water bed because of the carbon fiber. I still may. I haven't really thought that much into it lately, but I know there's a manufacturer out there that makes a water bed for their CNC table, and it's just a bucket, like a tray, and it suspends the carbon fiber inside the water, and you just secure the tray to your bed, and it works. I mean, it makes sense. I'm just scared of water going absolutely everywhere I don't want it to go. I think we've had that discussion in the past, if my memory is correct. But I think that tray, I think I can put it on any router bed, if that makes sense. Man, this is taking forever. The new versions don't take this long to load. Bum, 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 bum. Come on, computer, you can do it. I'm gonna go wake up the little guy, though. I'll be right back. He's awake. Forgotten, what is this gonna do? This is a old version of Raspberry Pi OS. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm getting an error on the new OSs for a missing file when I try to install my Carbide Motion onto it. I found out after doing some research that the file it's looking for is an obsolete file and has been renamed into a new version, but the error exists because the software program is looking for the old version still instead of the new version. So basically, it's an obsolete program that I'm trying to install, and it wasn't compatible with the new version of the Pi OS that I was installing. So currently, we are installing the oldest version of Pi OS that is on the Pi Imager software, and then we're going to load this up and try to install my Carbide Motion Pi software onto the Pi, and hopefully that it works. If it doesn't, then I'm really not going to be a happy camper. I have an even older version of Pi OS, but I have no clue how to install it because it won't load onto my desktop. And I think it's because my Windows is too new. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's what's behind it is the old version. So this is the even older version, which is what I would like to install, but I can't figure out how to get it to load onto the machine. Not the Pi, but onto Windows for it to load onto the Pi. I wonder if I need to put this on an SD card and not try to load it directly. Okay, let's check. Almost done. Yay! Finished! That only took forever. Okay. So now let's try this. Undo the USB. Throw the SD card into the Pi and miss the slot so then it goes into the case. Okay. Good there. Powered on. Swap you guys over. Keyboard's lit up. Hmm. Come on. You can do it. No, not gonna work. I'm so confused. Why? I think it just rebooted because the keyboard went off and back on. I'm getting nothing. Green light's flickering like it's loading. It's not flashing, but it's flickering like data transfer flickering type thing. Red staying constant. But I'm getting no display. Hmm. I've gone down a major rabbit hole, Jack. I'll catch you up. Here, let me show you. So I'm now getting this error. Why can't I open this bigger? So this is the error that I'm getting. So when I research this packet here, it is saying that this file doesn't exist and that it's been relabeled as socket like 6.4 or something. So when I search that packet doesn't exist in PiOS anymore. That it's now been redone to a new file, and this file is obsolete. So it's still looking for the old file when PiOS is using a new version of it. I hope that makes sense. That's currently where I'm at with my debacle of this Pi problem. What file was that again? The LIBQT5WIDGET is no longer. I can't spell. Hi. Okay. I'm about done for the day. So let me get caught up here. I got VidJordan running fine now and automatically scans network for passwords. Okay. Goes great with my whatever you're talking Greek. Yeah, so the issue is it's a, from what I'm gathering, it is a firmware, it is a, my, I'm trying to install too new of a Pi OS and it won't work. And he confirms that he's also using Bookworm 32, which is what I am trying to get. I'm trying to use Bookworm 32, which is this. This is what I'm trying to install. So that's what I'm trying to find, which is the same version that he's claiming works. I've installed it on the USB drive and it won't boot. Well, it's booted. I think it's working. I just don't have an image. And I don't know why. I guess maybe unplug. Try the other port. Would that do it? Is it a power problem? Did I just lose my power? Let me check. Check my. Hey, Ryan. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cold out. Oh, it's because I unplugged my. That's why I don't have an image. Guarantee it. Because I accidentally unplugged. Hey, look at that. It's magic when I actually plug something in. Refresh. Deactivate. Activate. I unplugged the stupid capture card and it was blocking it from working. So, okay, web browser. Yeah, I put in Pi 4. I'm running it through my USB capture card and I'm running the output into my display. So I'm like, why am I not getting an image? Like, it's not doing anything. Well, I didn't have the capture card plugged into my USB port. That's why it wasn't working. So, Carbide Motion Pi. I gotta go get some ice. Put it away. Trying to create. I'm trying to create low lying. The kids have Halloween tonight with the neighbor's house, so I'm gonna get ice packs and put it in front of the fog machine through a hose, and it turns into low lying fog. So. Okay, so that does same file as before. Show it in a folder. Right click, package install. Holy shit, it's gonna work. Um. Okay, I don't remember what password I used. That's funny. Oh God, help me now. Okay, whatever. Um, the default should be raspberry, but did I spell it right? Probably not. Raspberry. Enter. At least I'm getting an error now for the password, which I'll figure it out if I do it enough. I only use a couple passwords, so. Oops. Install. See, I told you. But yeah, if you have a fog machine, if you run it through like a tube, like get you like a 4-inch like dryer hose vent or something like that, you can make a box and put look up like how to convert like a fog machine into a like low-laying fog. It's amazing, but the quick and dirty way of doing it is take like a 4-inch dryer hose and attach it to the front of your fog machine, and then put like 3 or 4 bottles of frozen water in that tube, and as it comes out, the fog cools down and it makes it heavy. So the fog doesn't go up and all over in the air. It just stays on the ground and turns into what's called low laying fog. So, um, that's how you do it. But there's better ways of doing it. A lot of people are taking like a cooler or like a storage tote. They'll put water in it and you can get a mister. Here I'll show you. It's actually really cool. Um, and you can get a like a pond mister, and then you can also make your own fog juice too, and it's cheap. But this is what I'm talking about. You get like a pond mister, like an 8 or 10 head pond mister, and it creates its own foam. But the fog machine right here pumps into it, and then the fog mister's running all at the same time. You run it through a hose, and then it comes out as just low laying fog. And it mixes the moisture of the mist with the fog that you're creating with the fog machine. And then a lot of people will also hook up a fan in line in this, and it makes it that much better. But you notice the fog stays on the ground instead of going all the way up all over the air. Really cool. It's like $100 to make. Actually more than that. I want to say it's like $150. I think the mister's like 100. But it's a really cool effect. Like this is what I want. So I'm gonna do this today, this evening, outside, um, between our two homes, and try to basically make the whole side, um, full of fog. So really cool. Like again, just weird nerdy stuff. Um, Anywho, let's check this guy out because it is now loaded. I want to put this on the launcher. Holy shit, it's working. Hallelujah. Good grief, that took way too much time. So, yes, that was the issue the whole time. Was it's outdated firmware or outdated software. Okay, well, I don't know if GSender works on this computer or on this software, but it would work with the um 3D printers, but they're both wireless, so I don't need to worry about it. So, okay. This is a ending point for me. I'm going to let this run. I'm going to do all of the updates that it needs, and I'm going to wait for the touchscreen to show up before we bring this project back around. But I do need to start working on the controller. So I have the Halloween thing this evening, and then I'm probably going to go to Oktoberfest in town, so I probably will not be back live today. If I do, it'll be midday, and I probably won't because I'm probably going to go over to his house and go help him fix a couple things. I can give you a quick showing of the CNC router table. So, give me a second. And I'm telling you, my desk is a hot mess. It is bad. Off, on, live view. Okay. So I've managed to figure out my hinge problem. I fixed this yesterday. So there we go. So now the enclosure opens up. I moved the 1 inch up all the way to the top. So now the plastic film is all the way in the top of the lip. And then I added a 2x4 brace, 45 degrees in the corners. And then that allowed me to mount the shock mounts to the brace in the corner. And it's on a 2x4. This is mounted both sides and this way. So it's taking all the flex out of it. My only complaint is it's a little low. I didn't think this through enough, I guess. But I can push on it and it will go further up. So eventually it'll go up. And it's far enough now, like I don't have to worry about like ducking, but I have to help it all the way up. I would assume that the gas struts will eventually make it there, but and then I can close it. And it'll go closed. So yeah, it's coming around pretty good. It's twisted this way a little bit. I don't know how the door got twisted, so I'm gonna add a couple latches each side to help keep it closed. But at the end of the day, it's still really well. It's gonna do what I need to do. And then I'm gonna paint it white. So, yep. Yeah. Other than that, but that's what the Pi's going to control is this guy. So I just need it. I'm waiting now for the touchscreen to show up, which will be here today. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. Thank you all for coming out and helping me and cheering me on and making fun of me for learning how to do Pi. Linux programming because I'm an idiot and clearly I don't know anything about it. So, yeah. It will help the CNC table from being a catch-all. That was one of my motivating factors on why I wanted to build the enclosure. So it became a catch-all because of my Gridfinity is what happened. Is all of the stuff that was on my desk, I just tossed on there. So, I mean, it's still got stuff in it, but that was from me working on it yesterday, like screws and drills, and I just got to pick it up. That's easy. But yes, it'll keep me from opening it up and just randomly putting stuff on it because it does become a catch-all. And that is a very, 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 very expensive catch-all. That's like a $4,500, $5,000 catch-all. So, the world's most expensive junk drawer is basically what that is currently. So, my desk, again, I told you, it's turned into a hot mess. And I'm not joking. Here's my current layout for my workbench. So 2 Pis, and then all of the crap that I bought is all right here, and then I have 2 bags of junk, 3 bags down here, and some extension cords, and that's all of the most of this is all the electrical components of the controller board that I'm building. So, okay, I'm rambling. I gotta go. Later, guys. Y'all have a good one. See you all. I'll be online tomorrow. I just don't know when. Later.